Well, hello. I am super excited. We are here and we're going to talk about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, what I like to call Sell Something Sunday. And then we're going to talk about Cyber Monday. I'm going to talk about how to make sure those days are profitable for you because I often see where they're not necessarily profitable for a lot of entrepreneurs, and I don't like that for them. So we want to make sure they're as profitable. So we're going to talk about simplifying your Black Friday strategy in a few minutes. Um, and so we're going to definitely do that. So here we go. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Erica Lane. I am the Chief Profit Officer at Global Profit Solutions, where we help entrepreneurs like you find a hidden profit in your business without chasing a whole bunch of clients because nobody has time for that energy, to be quite honest. And also, we help you exit corporate on your terms, but make sure that you're profitable because a lot of times people jump out of corporate and or are forced out of corporate before they are ready financially. And so we want to make sure that you are ready on both sides of your personal life, but also to um, your business life. So there is that. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of things. Whew, yes. If you've been following this series, and I've been doing this series for the last couple of weeks about the holiday season, making sure that you're prepared and that you are going to be profitable because there's a lot of people who sell a lot of things during the holiday season, but they're not necessarily profitable. And the gurus and the great folks, they tell you to do all these things, and quite frankly, most of it isn't profitable for you. And so I want to make sure I cut through the noise for you in order to ensure that you're profitable. But if you've been following the series, you already know that around here we talk about profit isn't optional. It's got to be the plan. Profit isn't optional because if you didn't want to profit, well, you would have a hobby, not a business. And so you have a business, we want to make sure that that business is profitable. So we are officially in the final 40 days before Black Friday. Yes, 40 days before Black Friday. And we are almost there. And if you've been thinking, oh, there's too much to do, it's already too late, I want you to take a deep breath. You don't need more to do. You need to do more. You need to do less, but just make sure it's the right less thing to do. Right now, I'll explain what that means. So today, I'm going to walk you through how to simplify your Black Friday strategies in minutes, not hours, not days, not years, not decades, in minutes, so you can stay focused, profitable, and keep calm while everyone else is running around all out of sorts and out of whack. Okay, we're going to cover three things that make this, quite frankly, easy. Number one is what to stop doing because there are things that we are doing a lot of, but quite frankly, they're not moving the needle. So we need to stop doing those things. The second thing is we're going to focus on what to do instead because if we stop doing things, then we need to do the right things. And so I'm going to talk about what those things are. And then I'm going to talk about how to turn your simplified plan into a profitable one. So if that sounds good to you, let's get on into it. So the first thing is to simplify. Step number one is stop doing everything. Start doing what converts. Currently, a lot of entrepreneurs are the chief everything officer, doing everything in their business and or every offer. The number one profit leak I see this time of year is doing the most. I know that's probably not textbook, but doing the most is the is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of entrepreneurs are losing money because they're scattered here, there, and everywhere, and oftentimes that leads to the ball getting dropped and so many other different things. So, quite frankly, no, stop doing everything. Sometimes they have too many offers, too many graphics, too many specials because they're trying to do the most. When literally, what matters is the thing that's important that you can scale, but also too that will convert. Okay, so you don't need to post in 10,000 different places or launch 10 bundles. You need a clear message that drives specific action. Profitable entrepreneurs choose focus over the frenzy. Focus over the frenzy. Here's how. I want you to pick one hero offer. One. Now, this does not mean you can't have an upgrade. Does not mean you may have something different. Like, for example, for me, I know I have my hero offer for Black Friday, but I also have my premium offer for Black Friday. And then I also have a product offer because sometimes people just like tangible things, a product offer. But I have one hero offer, one. And that's what I want you to do. Have one hero offer, the one that delivers real results, the best. People love this thing. You know that it works. I want you to create one clear buying path, one link, one call to action. If people have to remember a link for this, a link for that, a link for this, they're not doing it. Remember, you are promoting and grabbing attention while everybody is promoting and grabbing attention. Okay? So once you have someone's attention, you need to get them to where they're going and get them there quickly. Get them to where you want them to go and get them there quickly. So one clear buying path. And then I want you to ignore the noise. The algorithm does not pay you. It doesn't. Unless you are an influencer, the algorithm does not pay you. Your results pay you. Okay? And so you want to make sure you're giving results. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down the one. How many? One. The one offer you want to be known for this season. That's your profitable focus. One offer. I know for me, it's the playbook. I know people love those playbooks. They love them. That's where my focus is. Not that I just let out some information is all I'm saying. Uh, but yes. Okay, so I want you to write that down. Simplify step number two. Focus on the 20% that drives the 80% of your revenue. Whew. And we can all be honest. 80% of your profit comes from 20% of your actions. The 80-20 rule is older than most of us. But the secret is identifying which actions actually make money. So here's what tends to move the needle most: emails and live conversions with your audience. And I've got to be honest, I'm not a big advocate on like doing these lives. I had to be pushed into them, but they work. They work because my offer is being converted, but so they work. I'm not the biggest advocate for that because, quite frankly, I'm like, oh, this whole going live thing, right? But you have to talk to your audience. It works. Like it or not, it does. So sending emails and conversations with your audience. Clear pricing and irresistible positioning, making sure that they know exactly what the numbers are. It shouldn't be one person pays this, one person pays that, one person pays another thing. Because when there is dysfunction and confusion, you are going to have a headache. You're going to have a headache. And you don't want that. There's way too much going on during the holiday season. The third thing is strategic follow up after the sale. You shouldn't wait until January or February to follow up like, hey, you bought this thing back on Black Friday. No, they should get an email probably within the 24 to 48 hours of buying to make sure that they're good to go on whatever they purchase. But then they should get a response to up level them if that's something that you offer. Okay, so strategic follow up after the sale is very important. That's it. Not 20,000 graphics, not another flash sale. Okay, so simplify step number three. Step number three is protect your energy like it's a profitable asset. And you have to do that because it is a profitable asset. I can only give the best of me because I protect my energy. And the same thing for you. You have to protect that energy. Because I'll say it clearly: burnout and chaos does not hurt. Nobody wants to be a part of something where the person looks distraught and chaotic and burnt out, they limping across the finish line. Like, nobody wants that. Your energy is a business asset. And so you have to treat it like that. And you often hear me saying, protecting peace and things like that. It's very, very important. Or you're not just an entrepreneur, you have other hats that you have to wear in this world. And so you need to protect that and have balance and protect your calendar. I say all of that because I mean it and because that's what I do. Okay. Yes, I deal in numbers. Yes, I deal with all that stuff, but I make sure I protect my peace and my balance and all that stuff. So simplifying your Black Friday plan isn't just about doing less marketing, because that's not what I'm telling you to do, less marketing. I'm telling you to do the right amount, but it's about preserving capacity for delivery and results. So as you map out your 40 days, make sure that you schedule rest. Okay. Make sure that you schedule rest. Build in off days in your planner because you still need to function in your life. Okay. And then automate anything that doesn't require your genius. So automate anything that doesn't require your genius. And profitability isn't just money, it's margin. But margin is mental and financial. And I think that's the conversation that a lot of people are not having. They're not having the conversations about the mental capacity of entrepreneurs, and what that means. So here's one extra step I want to give you. You can use the 40/20 profit planner to block off time for creation, selling, and rest. Profit loves structure, not stress. Okay. So wrap this up really quickly and put a little bow on it. Wrap it up real quickly, right? Number one, stop doing the most. Stop being the chief everything officer. Simplify to what actually converts. The second thing is focus on the 20% that drives the 80% of your profit. And the third thing is protect your energy. It's part of your bottom line. And so that's exactly how profitable entrepreneurs plan their Black Friday strategy with clarity, structure, and confidence, not stress and struggle. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. So if you want the full roadmap for these next 60 days, because I believe that you should have the 40 days to Black Friday, but also to the 20 days behind it, because if you do this right, you can leverage your momentum in Black Friday all the way through the new year. But there's a specific way to do that, and so I definitely teach that, from what to do to when and to how to follow up. Grab the 60-day profitable holiday blueprint. You'll get the full profit planning workshop replay. You'll get the 40/20 quick profit planner, and then the revenue and margin mapping tools. See if I can be fancy. Whoa ho ho. Did that. And then you'll get step by step clarity. You could implement starting, 15, 20 minutes of receiving the email, right? Do it that day. But it's just $99. And I place it that way so that it's accessible to everyone. You can get it, you can get everything you need, and you can be on, and you can move on with your Black Friday live. So definitely, I'll put the link in the chat. I'll do my best to do that. But the link is globalprofitsolutions.com, 60-day profitable holiday blueprint. So make sure that you get that if that's something that you definitely know that you need. So definitely click the link. There are things in the caption or the comments, depending on where you are joining us from or whatever platform that you're on. And so make sure that you get your copy now, because you'll have everything you need. It is literally step by step, so that you're not confused. You're not like, you know what, I don't really know how to do. No, no, no. It is mapped out, and you have in the 40/20 and the 40/20 quick profit planner, it literally maps out exactly what you should be doing, when you should be doing it, how you should be doing it. And then you have a full workshop replay. You've got a workbook that comes with it as well. And so that workbook outlines the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why, right? And I guess the 40/20 quick profit planner gives you the how instead, and how to drive all the way through. So I'm super excited. It is something that I absolutely adore and put a lot of work into. So make sure that you grab that. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for joining us. I'll see you on this other side of your most profitable holiday season yet. And remember, profit isn't optional. It's got to be the plan. My name is Erica Lane. I am the Chief Profit Officer at Global Profit Solutions. I will see you soon. Bye.